Don't forget to take your
Good
All right.
morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope that everybody's doing well and swell. Me and DC are here for our Big Brother review. And the one thing that I must say is that this week I already saw it coming. I already saw it coming.
What you
And
mean?
let me mourn. Let me mourn. So last Saturday morning, when I woke up and I went in my Instagram and I saw the husband and he was mad and he was crying, I knew that this was going to happen, but I had to pretend like I did not know last week. I think I did a pretty good job because I thought that I was going to be so emotional because I'm telling you, I was stunned. Stunned. But either way, let's go ahead.
Well,
Y'all, this
you want to do a silent a prayer for you?
um no, because I actually blame Ava for all of this, and I don't want anything to do with Ava in your picture.
Well, we're gonna have a silent. There it is. We just did it.
I blame Ava.
Ah,
I blame Ava, and just to see her up in your picture with her mouth wide open, looking dumbfounded.
hey,
It's
give me the
just
screen real quick. Give me the screen real quick.
let me Let me put you in the solo screen. Hold on. I don't
I
even
got,
want to
I got,
put
I
you.
gotta get the screen real quick because you're
I
not
don't
gonna do my girl like that. Look at, just keep looking at me. Look at me.
no.
That's all I
No.
wanted. I ain't want that. I just wanted to make sure you look at me.
I don't like and can't stand Ava after this week. But either way, we will go in order. So, like I said last week, oh, first off, say good morning, DC.
All
I
right.
forgot.
I was trying to say good morning, y'all. Good morning, Yvonne. What's up, Dolly and Wes? Everybody that's coming in live stream. Hello. And good morning on this beautiful Saturday. I don't know about y'all area, but it's nice and sunny out here in the DMV.
Yeah, I want to say good morning to Dollar Jean, Yvonne, a member, and Wes. And also, since you wanted Ava up there, this was truly, this was truly the woman of the week. This was the woman of the week, my Rachel. My Rachel. But okay. So y'all, like last week, I had told y'all there wasn't gonna be an episode on Sunday, which there was not. And it seems like okay. So everything that we saw on Tuesday's episode actually happened in real time Thursday night after that eviction after Mickey left. So Thursday night after the episode last week, once Mickey was gone, the feed shut down for about 18 hours, DC. This is how come all over social media people knew something was going on, something
Right?
different, because the feed shut down for 18 hours.
What?
And during that 18 hours is when they did this entire competition thing, which is what you saw on Tuesday's episode.
Okay.
This is the reason why Saturday morning, prior to our episode, I saw the husband on his social media because what the husband ended up confessing was that the production, well, the producers had called him Saturday morning. They first called him. No, they called him sometime Friday, and they was letting him know about this Tuesday episode that we just saw. They
Hmm.
had to call him as the husband to let him know what had happened, and that's why he went live on the Instagram, like what I was showing y'all. But okay,
Okay.
so yeah, so okay, so on Tuesday they had this weird ass twist that don't make no sense. Even if the twist would have went in Rachel's favor, I still wouldn't have liked this twist. What about you?
No, I didn't like the twist at all. I didn't. I didn't like it.
Yeah, to me, it made Big Brother not seem as Big Brother. Cause normally Big Brother, you get to use your social game in order to save yourself. And this weird ass twist didn't even allow you to have your social game to help you at all. And then just the fact for somebody to just be there and then go without any type of veto competition or any type of blockbuster competition. The main things that they promised this season that people will have in order to save themselves, this particular twist totally just threw away all of that. And I actually thought it was pointless. But so it is. I honestly think that the producers didn't think about how this was gonna go. But either way, we could kind of lay out this competition. We could lay out the competition based on, what we saw. What notes do you have, DC?
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Penelope had my phone.
Okay.
And it scrolled past where I was at. Because, I still got day one notes on here.
Yeah,
All
that's what
right.
you was telling me.
Yeah, because I like to go back and see, I kind of scroll back. Okay, Tuesday night, the judges, Will saying that they had the HOH on lock. Now, why Will saying that? Why was Will saying that? The one that don't win nothing.
Well, and that's the thing. Will is a useless bump on the log. To be honest, Will, I don't know, just a disappointment in itself. I just what I didn't like was once this once this twist was revealed and it was time for people to volunteer. Did you notice that Will and specifically Ashley didn't want to volunteer at all? They just still wanted to float on by. You
Yeah,
notice
man,
that?
yeah, you down. You went further down my notes. I see what you're saying.
Oh, well, go ahead with your notes, and then
Okay,
and then I'll jump in because look,
so
I just need to get to the nitty gritty.
all right, so here we go with the white locust and mastermind has a plan. Somebody will be leaving. I was like, damn, because just keep in mind, what's her name just got Mickey just got put out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's all in the same day that somebody else is about to be leaving.
Hmm. Yeah, I when they announced the white locust twist,
Hmm.
like I said, I had already knew about it to a certain degree. But for me, I just feel like to me, this is how I feel. They had too many people in this season, and because the season is dwindling down, they were sloppy with trying to get rid of people. That's how I
Hmm.
feel. Because if
Right,
you, in all actuality, I guess it was last week, we still had about 8 or 9 people left. And it's
right.
just like they panicked with only about 15 more days left of the season. It was like they was trying to panic to try to get rid of people any type of way. And I
Right.
think that's what made them incorporate this twist. The white locust, though, at first I didn't understand the rules of it because I was getting little bits and pieces of it through the spoilers in the feeds over the weekend.
Hmm.
But once I saw it play out, it made sense to me. How it happened and how it went down.
Yeah, because
So
I was confused about that whole thing too.
mhm. Well,
I was
essentially, it was this human hamster wheel that had a ball, and you had to go spinning and spinning and
no, no,
spinning and spinning.
that was the no, I'm talking about the one when the game before the hamster wheel.
What
Remember,
game before?
the one that Ava won. Shoot. Remember, okay, that was Tuesday. Ava won, and you remember when Rachel was pulling Ava to make the decision who to put up to play the game?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And even right there, that's another thing that pissed me off with Ava because Ava up in there being a whole Karen. Like, because the whole weekend, they the spoiler people were saying that Ava was in the house complaining that Rachel had assaulted her and that
Mhm.
she don't never allow people to put their hands on her. And
Right,
she was calling Rachel out of her name and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, Rachel is gone. But she was just doing a lot of hissy fitting around the house about Rachel putting her hands on her. So for
right,
most of us in the live feeds and on the social media, we like, well, what did they get into a fight? What?
right.
Only
Because
for
he
us to see the episode, and that's what she was complaining about.
right because Rachel pulled her, trying to make her to make the decision who to put up on the block. I mean, well, who
Yeah,
to play the game. But the thing about it was the game I'm talking about is that game they had to push that thing down the table.
yeah. That's what Wes said. The shuffleboard. Okay, yeah, where they had to
Oh
push
shoot, I
the
didn't even read
thing
it.
down the table in order to get their little piece towards the end, but without your piece falling off the table.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that game right there, that game wasn't too much out of the ordinary. It looked like it could have been a pretty easy game once you actually got your hand-eye coordination together
Right.
and you were able to figure out how much force you needed to move the piece
Hmm.
without moving it past and off the table. That wasn't too bad of a competition, but yeah, Ava did end up winning that one. That's correct. And Ava is, and actually, let me go get the picture.
But why you doing
Ava,
that? But
uh-huh.
why you doing that? Wasn't it kind of strange how? Okay, so Keanu he ran. Keanu went in there asking Ava, he wanted to go first as far as the wheel, remember? Because she had to start who gonna go first, right?
Yeah.
And then Rachel come flying in there and saying she wanna go first. So in the
Well, but
midst,
but
both of
this
them
is go ahead.
in the midst, both of them going back and forth, who wanna go first, because they going for the time, which I get that, but Ava sitting there, I don't, she ain't know who to pick to go first.
But see, I think that's why I don't like Ava. Ava had a final two with Rachel.
Right,
Of course, you would listen to what your final two is trying to tell you. The fact that she was like, well, who wants to volunteer? That was the dumbest thing I had ever heard. Now, again, y'all asking for volunteers in a game that's supposed to be centered around strategy. The fact that she acted like Rachel did something dirty to her by pulling her by her arm, trying to give her advice and put her on game about the strategy needed for this one. Because let's be honest, this wheel thing that we saw, that hamster wheel, it done happened before in the previous season. From what I was reading up on, DC,
hmm
it was a black lady who was a Big Brother legend as well, named Danielle Reyes. It was a hamster wheel similar to this a few years back, and Danielle got put out the same way behind this hamster wheel. And so Rachel already had that in mind because she been watching all the seasons.
right,
So that's one of the reasons why she was trying to explain to Ava the strategy that was needed and how she should do it. Whereas Ava was just thinking that Rachel just want to go first just because Rachel want to go first.
right. She wasn't even thinking, like you said, the Lions part. She was more focusing on what was being said instead of not what the game plan was.
Right. And that right there had ticked me off about her because I'm like, this your final two. Did you forget that that was your final two?
Yeah.
But she didn't want to listen. And she gave the weirdest thing about this whole entire thing, DC, in the live feeds, Ava
Mhm.
can't stand Vince. Do you hear me?
Wow.
She done gave him a nickname, Vinny the Lip, because of his mustache. Because his mustache.
Wow.
So she can't stand him whatsoever. But because she didn't want to listen to Rachel, who was her final two, she did the most ridiculous thing in this game by choosing him first. She thought she was choosing him first because he couldn't finish it in 6 minutes. No, fool. You chose him first so that he could have the most time to finish it. She crazy.
Yeah. So my
But
next note,
yeah, okay,
oh,
go ahead.
my next note on that, Ava, she, like I said, she was confused as hell. And this is the part where Will said he don't want to go at all. He's not good with puzzle. I was like, dude, come on now, a puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You sat on national TV saying you don't want to do a puzzle. Please don't. Basically, please don't pick me.
You know, he didn't want to try to do the puzzle. Ashley didn't. When
Nope.
I noticed the people that really didn't even want to try, then that's when I'm like, y'all really floaters. So
Yep.
y'all want everybody else to carry y'all through like what y'all been getting carried through. And we too far down a line along up in the game for y'all to be still floating like this. Because just like what I was telling you in the weeks before, when you have an alliance, everybody got to pull their own weight. And as you saw, nobody wanted to pull their weight. Keanu and Rachel were bold enough to volunteer. And then, of course, but Vinny just wanted to go first so that he could control who was going next and next and next and next.
Right.
But Ava proved herself to be a rookie that didn't have a lick of strategy and didn't know what in the hell she was doing. I was like, girl, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. That
Mm-mm.
that that right there was like, that's what how they call it. It sunk the ship. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm. So,
But
yes.
hold.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Also, I was just going to say, so Ava went against Rachel and actually tried to use it as an excuse saying, Rachel pulled my arm. She touched me, so I'm not going to pick her. The fuck? She I don't like for people to touch me like that. So she said she used that as her justification on why she ain't pick Rachel. Then so she picked Vinny. Vinny did it and completed in a certain amount of time. And then of course Vinny gonna go and pick his people. He picked
Yeah,
Lauren.
yeah.
He picked Lauren.
He telling Lauren to pick Morgan, but she said she's going to pick Kelly.
And the thing is, Morgan was saying pick me. And ain't it funny that Vince been showering with this woman. This woman been good enough to be sleeping up in your bed. You taking showers with her. Y'all rubbing each other to sleep and all this weird ass mess. But when it's time for her to be saved in the game, instead of you picking her to keep her safe, you pick Lauren. And then try to trust Lauren to pick her.
Hmm. That was crazy.
It was.
That whole shenanigans with that picking Lauren and Morgan upset because he chose Lauren first to pick, to go do the wheel first. That was just a bunch of chaos right there.
Mhm. And then so Lauren did do what he asked her to do, and Lauren picked Morgan. Then Morgan finished it, and then Morgan picked Rachel. And Rachel was the fourth person to go. Unfortunately, Rachel was not able to complete it in the time that she had. By the time Rachel actually got a chance to do it, the time had went from 6.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. And unfortunately, what I gathered, Lauren, um, Rachel made the wrong move, moving too fast with the puzzle, and that ball ended up getting stuck in one of those strange ass places that where you can't get it unstuck.
So
That's
hold
what it
up,
looked like to
wait a
me.
minute, wait. So now you watching this part, your girl Rachel. How was you feeling? How was
Well,
you feeling?
I already knew that she was gonna lose because I saw the husband crying about it on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, so I knew she was gonna lose, but I couldn't figure out how she could lose that one until I saw that ball stuck like that, and then I was like, okay, because I was thinking to myself, Rachel is very smart. The thing that made her and Brendan connect in their first season was because both of them were chemistry majors, and I think both of them were in grad school at that particular time for chemistry. So Rachel is smart, very very smart. And so when I saw that it was a maze like that, I'm like, I don't see how Rachel couldn't get this done unless it's just because she didn't have enough time. But
But
then
she's
once I saw that ball get stuck like where it got stuck, then it made sense to me because when you doing a maze like that with your hands, just one of those hand puzzles, that could be hard to fix. But more or less flinging your body all over this damn wheel trying to get it to move. I'm like, what?
yeah, yeah, that was too much right there.
But yeah, I felt bad for Rachel because I knew it was coming, and I saw her trying and trying and trying. It's like knowing the end of the movie, but still having to watch it. It's like you know how this is gonna end, and I kind of felt bad for her too because her strategy would have really worked if Ava would have listened. And I think that's what was really just making me mad at Ava because that's your final two. How do you not listen? The fact that you got a final two with somebody that done played the game, done watched all the seasons, is a fanatic. Her husband know the game as well because he done played. It's like, how do you not listen and take her advice? But either way, she lost. I was happy that Tyler was there hosting the competition.
Oh yeah, that was his new
And
job.
yeah, that was his new job. Because Tyler, if anybody could understand the frustration in that moment, and he hugged her and she cried. But I think Rachel was so dramatic whenever she didn't win the competition and she just laid in the hamster wheel. And she was like, oh no. She
I
just
was like,
laid on the
oh,
floor.
but you know what? For her to
But
be coming back, to play the game, she
mhm.
lasted a long time because normal people would get those people out.
the crazy part about it is she was never nominated and never put on the block, never got a vote against her at all, only to be ejected from the game like that. That was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, because she lasted a long time. As many
Yeah.
times they kept saying, "We gotta get Rachel out. We gotta get her out. She's a better competitor. We need to get her out."
Mhm.
And nobody got her out. She got her own self out.
Right. And this was one of my things too, because I'm just like, it just didn't make no sense. That's one of those things that will go down in Big Brother history. It's like, what if? Because I will say that even after this, when Rachel didn't get it, I'm about to take you on the journey of the live feeds. When Rachel didn't get it,
Okay.
everybody in the house was shocked, in disbelief, couldn't believe it, all of this. Then, all last week, DC, you had these Big Brother people, or all the weekend, this weekend, the weekend that just passed. They were upset with production because they felt like production took Rachel out, and they wanted to be the one to say Rachel went home on my HOH. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Wow.
So this twist, in essence, cheated them out of building their resume for the end of the game. Think about it, if you were the one who won HOH and was able to put Rachel up on the block and get Rachel up at the house. Oh, you
Hmm.
would score big points for the game that you played if you were the one that was responsible for that. And most of them felt cheated because they said that nobody could ever say that they were able to do that because production did it for them.
Wow.
Mhm. And then they were also upset because they said if y'all could just throw a twist like this, for right now, then y'all might do another one like this, and it could be any one of us. It was almost as if like they was trying to boycott, like, because they said Big Brother is a game of socializing and social game and strategy. And
Hmm.
they said that if they had wanted to be on the challenge, they would have went on the challenge. So they was like, because I guess the challenge, you really can't save yourself. You just got to compete in the competition and win.
Yeah,
And
you
they
ever watch
said,
that?
yeah, I will watch it from time to time, depending on who was on there. Like if it was somebody that I liked that was on there, then I would watch it. I think my last time watching it, JDunn was on there.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hmm. Yep. And so that's what they said. If we wanted to sign up for the challenge, we would have went on the challenge. They said that this wasn't a Big Brother game. But I'm telling you all this to say, even the house guests themselves didn't like this twist and felt some type of way about it. And they voiced it to production about how they disliked it. But you can go ahead. What you thought about it when she left? What you thought?
When she left, I was like, "What?" I just knew she was gonna win because she been there. She knew what she had to do. I just knew she was gonna win. I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What? She lost that?" But then I was like, "Well, she ain't had that much time."
Mm-hmm.
But then I was saying, she actually said it from her previous challenges back in her other days of playing. She wouldn't have won it back then.
Hmm.
It's like a
Yeah.
flashback. She said it was like a flashback. But
Yeah.
moving on.
Okay.
Lauren HOH. She saying
Was
she
it
gonna hold up. She's saying she gonna play her game now. I'm like, you've been saying that for the longest.
Well, I think Lauren HOH goes right back to what I was just griping about Ava not understanding the strategy and not knowing what she was doing.
Hmm.
Ava don't really fool with Lauren like that, so Ava didn't want Lauren to have HOH. But Ava couldn't understand the grasp the concept that whoever competed in that uh White Lotus challenge was
Hmm.
in the running to be HOH. So essentially, Ava was mad up in the house about Lauren getting it. And it's like, well, you the one that you picked Vince. and started this chain of events for Lauren to get it. But yes, now Lauren is the HOH because she finished the hamster wheel with the best time.
Yep. And then Morgan still running around. She mad at Vince because she chose Lauren first. And then here we go. How about this was funny too. Kelly and Ashley outside talking about lawyers. And Ashley still playing dumb.
See, and now that I told you about that little bit of information, now you could tell that she is playing dumb with them.
Yeah.
She did good with that.
That was funny. I was like, listen to her. She just lied like she was lying like hell, boy.
Right, but then it kind of endured me to Ashley a little bit more. Well, I'm like, Ashley, okay, she pulling this thing off. And I got endured to Ashley more because it seemed like Ashley was a true ally for Rachel.
Hmm.
Because you saw how Ashley cried. Ashley ain't cried when nobody leave ever. But
Nah.
she was over there crying.
She was yeah, she was gone. She was caught up.
Mhm. But yeah, Ashley was able to pinpoint who had a legal background and stuff, but they haven't been able to pinpoint her having a legal background at all. So I think that she playing a good game in that regard. Also when it came to Lauren winning the HOH, she had to nominate the people, and that's why I had got this clip here. I got it from another thing. It might be a little bit blurry to y'all, but Lauren won the HOH and she nominated Ashley, Morgan, and Will. Can you see this? Is it clear for you, DC?
No, it's blurry, but it's all right.
Okay. Well, I took this screenshot because as you can see, Mickey and Rachel went back to back. They blacked out at the bottom, which they were supposed to be the ones that were going to be doing the tug of war with the size of the house. And they went out back to back. But then one thing that I had read about, um, once Lauren had picked her nominees, they said that Lauren had picked all black people.
Now hold on. Who did we pick for the block in
Oh,
HOA?
the predictions. Let's see.
I'm trying to get there. Uh,
Yeah, I gotta go to my other tab. I ain't even been looking at notes while we've been talking because this right here, I ain't have to look at no notes thus far because this Rachel stuff. Oh, I ain't need to take no note. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for 7 days to finally have this discussion because I was livid about it last week. I ain't even
I see.
lying.
All right, HOH. I said Will. You said Ashley.
Yep.
Which one?
And then Miss Whistledown said Will.
Right.
Now the nominees you said Lauren, Kelly, and Vince, which nope, Lauren is the HOH. I said Keanu, Kelly, and
Kelly
Lauren.
and
Nope, Lauren is the HOH. Whistledown said Vince, Ava, and Lauren. Nope, Lauren is the HOH. All because of
yeah,
Ava and her
yeah,
stupid move.
yeah. She messed us all up.
She messed us all up. Because if Ava wouldn't have moved like that and would have just listened, that would have been a whole different um it would have been a whole different thing. Because hopefully Lauren wouldn't have even had the opportunity to get the HOH, but it is what it is. Now, um with this picture, yeah, oh yeah, they were saying that she had nominated all black people. And as
Hmm.
you could see, when the power veto thing happened and then somebody took themselves down, the replacement was still another black person. What do you think about that?
I didn't. You know what's the crazy part though? I didn't even think of that. I was not thinking that. Maybe.
Girl,
Okay. All right. All right. All right. From my perspective, I'm gonna say it's not what we think. It's just who she's close to. I'm not even gonna put that in the atmosphere. Hopefully that's not what she did. But we're just gonna say that's she didn't want to pick her people.
well, I'm not saying that she did anything. I'm telling you that this was what I was reading because I always go look at the social media posts to see what the fans saying.
Right.
Yeah, I had not even noticed it until I went to social media and saw that that's what they were saying. Um, But it could very well be that she was putting the people that she was close to. But sometimes you just gotta wonder. You gotta
Mm,
wonder. Because Ava, is she really that close to Ava?
I don't know. That's a good
But yeah,
question.
I mean, Ava could have been one of them ones thrown up there, but no. But okay, so I guess now that Lauren put her original nominees, we can go from your notes based on her putting her nominees. Okay.
What are you talking about? I mean, Morgan wins the veto, and then Lauren put Keno up, and that's how it went off. So
Right, but normally don't you have more details up in your notes like about what the competition was and you don't have nothing extra? No?
no, I was just so like this. Tuesday was just so much.
Mhm.
You know, you know,
Okay.
Vince, Vince and Ava get picked to play the veto,
Mhm.
and they was, what you call 'em, what's the name? What's the name? Morgan and Ashley. They was just, to themselves, they was like, okay, if Will was like, well, if we get picked, then they put Keno on the block. They keep Keanu on the block. He'd get voted off. They went back and forth about this whole situation of the veto competition.
Right.
So that was a whole thing of itself because they was just going the whole ending was them going back and forth trying to figure out how this going to play out, you
Mhm.
know. So
Yeah.
and then they was hoping certain people get picked so they can win and get them off the block. But then here go Morgan. Morgan wins and get her own self off the block.
Right. And also I want to note that the veto competition was BB Comics. That's
Oh yeah.
typically one of those milestone competitions that pretty much anybody that's on Big Brother, they typically want to get to that point in the game to be able to do BB Comics. I wasn't a fan of the BB Comics that they made for the people this year. I went on a different site and looked at each one up close and personal, DC, and it
Hmm.
wasn't that creative. What they had for the people really wasn't as creative as what they've done in seasons past. Like
Well,
I wasn't impressed.
how about Vince? Vince just knew he won. He just knew he won. He just knew he went the fastest. And then here we go, Lauren. Lauren hesitating to push the button because she don't want to win.
Yeah, she was trying to throw it, but I guess she can throw it because she the HOH.
Right.
But I think with Morgan winning, where Vince knew he had it in the bag, I thought that that was a good little justice
Hmm.
because Morgan got played by Vince only for her to beat him out and win the veto for herself so that she could save her damn self. But
Yep.
with her saving herself, then they had to put the replacement, and Keanu ended up being the replacement nominee.
Right.
Yep. So then you have Ashley, Keanu, and Will on the block. Now, one thing that I did want to segue into to add on to this here is, remember y'all last week I was telling y'all about Vince's girlfriend ready to break up with him. So I did go out on social media so that I could find some of the posts to prove what I was telling y'all. So this is Vince's girlfriend had put this message right here, and she put, "Hi, this is Kelsey. For the record, I have not spoken with any news outlets or influencers, and I will not be doing so." Essentially, Kelsey has broken up with Vince on social media, which is what I told y'all, because like what I was telling y'all last week, she stated that she never gave him permission to do all that flirting, to do all that lovey-dovey, huggy-dovey stuff that he been doing in the house with Morgan. I told y'all last week he been taking showers with her. They've been sleeping in the same bed. He said that she gave him permission. She said she did not. So this is one of her posts that she put on social media. Also, this is her post. If y'all actually look up, this is her handle, LEKELS 0. And there was some page called Vince Likes Morgan that was talking to her on social media. This was from Instagram. And she put to that person, she added the person and she said, "And what would you like me to do about it right now? I'm stuck watching just as you are. He'll have to deal with the consequences of his action when it's all said and done." So, this is another reason how the fans know that his girlfriend did not give him permission to do all this cheating behind her back and that she ready to break up with him. Another post that I got, this one came from Twitter. It's a little bit smaller, but the person was being messy and the person said, "Oh, messy. Vince said on the feeds that he is allowed to flirt as strategy, but his girlfriend of 7 years says otherwise." And so the girlfriend, um, yeah, she's not happy. And this, lastly, I found this picture so that y'all can see him and his girlfriend. So this is Vince and his girlfriend of 7 years, that he been cheating on with Morgan. And this is also the girlfriend of 7 years that done dumped him while he been up in the Big Brother house. She over him, she tired of him. And I actually found out on one of these, I think it was this screenshot where she unfollowed him. Yes, here it
Mm-mm.
says, Kelsey has removed Vince as a follower on Instagram and has also unfollowed his account.
Ooh.
I'm thinking she's now Vince's former girlfriend of 7 years. I'm happy for her and hope she finds peace. So imagine you doing all that up in the house and then your girlfriend deleting you off Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. She deleting and removing him off everything because she pissed off. So I just want to bring these few receipts here for y'all. If y'all want to find any of this yourself, if you go to Twitter and just type hashtag BB27 Vince girlfriend, it'll bring you all of this information. If you just do BB27 Vince girlfriend, you will get to see all of the stuff where people done screenshot and shared her stuff about what she been saying about him and how she done broke up with him.
I just want to see how this play out once this game is over.
Me too. But I think the only way that I think that she would change her mind about him is if he
It's
actually won.
right. I was about to say the same thing.
But
She gonna
if
get some of that money.
right, but if he bring his ass out of that house and he didn't win, oh no, I think she done with him.
Yeah,
He done embarrass her on national TV.
he
Could you
sure did.
imagine how she done had to explain herself to their mutual friends and family and stuff because everybody seeing what he been doing on Big Brother and on the live feeds, how he been doing all this with Morgan. And now she got to explain that to all the people that know them in real life.
I know that's too much.
Hmm.
So I wonder where he got the idea, or he must really like Morgan, or he might really like Lauren. Who knows?
I don't think he like either one of them. And hey to Mary Dutta. That somebody
What's up,
said,
Mary?
Mary said, "Babe, he is unemployed. That should have been your first red flag." And
Uh
then they
huh.
put international TV. I'm from Mexico. Oh, okay. The person from Mexico. Well, welcome. But
Welcome.
but yeah, so ultimately that relationship is over. It honestly remind me of previous seasons of Big Brother where people are going to Big Brother and they'll be unemployed, but they might have said something racist or something. And then when they get out of the house, they realize they done got fired from their job because of something that they said on live feeds or on national TV. And now, as you can see with this, Vince about to come out the house without a girlfriend unless he wins.
Yep, that's the only way I can see it happening because, like she said they didn't agree, or maybe they did agree and she don't want her family to know they didn't agree. How about that?
I don't think she would lie about that. I believe he doing whatever he want to do up in there. I think that he is doing it. She he probably just doing this just because he's selfish. The fool
Hmm.
going around doing and saying whatever he feel like the other people want to hear from him. So I
Right.
think that he just so caught up in trying to do anything to win the game by any means necessary that he done convinced himself that him and her agreed to let him do all this. But that's probably not the truth at all. I think he kind of just playing by the fly, playing playing as it goes.
Right.
But
But
yes, so I did want to discuss that portion with you. But also I wanted to talk about the exit interview about Rachel too before we get to the Thursday night's episode. Cause Rachel on the Wednesday episode, they had a whole segment where Rachel got to talk to Julie,
yeah.
which this let me know that the producers really had fucked up because anytime somebody just get out spontaneously like that and go to jury,
Hmm.
they don't get to turn around and come back for the next episode talking to
Yeah,
Julie.
that was different. That was different because normally they walk out the door and boom, and then they gone.
They gone.
She done went and changed her whole ensemble. Came out.
Well,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you got to remember all of this when Rachel got put out happened from Thursday night through Friday of last week. Last week. So I think they had her up in the jury house by herself throughout the weekend and then brought her back in sometime within the week that we just had to have her sit down with Julie. But that shows me that they know they made a mistake. I don't know if they was thinking that maybe somebody else would have lost the competition in this way, but
Hmm.
specifically because it was Rachel, the veteran, that lost it, I think that they wanted to try to, I guess, cover their own ass, so to speak, or uh, do something different so that she could talk to Julie. But I appreciated the exit interview that she did have. It seemed like she's still trying to go for Keanu.
Yeah, but hold up. You know what they didn't do in the Big Brothers yet?
What?
You know how they have two of the people win a competition to go back into the house?
Yeah, but that's the thing. They had too many people to start with.
Hmm.
That's why they rushing it right now. I don't think they're gonna be able to have somebody go back in because they already had too many. Remember, they started off this season with the precise amount of people that they normally start off with, and then they brought Rachel in as the twist.
Hmm.
Remember, Rachel wasn't supposed to really be in the game with them, but because of the whole accomplice thing that happened and the house guests couldn't figure out who the accomplice was in the certain amount of time, then they Rachel was automatically added into the game because they couldn't guess the accomplice. Remember?
Okay, that's
So they
crazy.
ended up having one extra person this entire season because of the very first twist.
So now they're at the point where they getting people out fast now.
Correct.
Remember like couple, I don't know, it was last week when I said they didn't do the two evictions, but they did that one right after Mickey went out.
Right, but I don't know if you just heard. If you heard on Thursday night's episode,
Yeah, I ain't want to say
Julie.
because we ain't on Thursday. We ain't talking about Thursday. That's why I ain't say nothing.
Oh, girl, because they trying to get rid of the people.
I
That's just
know.
true.
I saw
That's
that.
just
I
true. They just throwing everybody out. I'm like, damn, y'all shouldn't have put out. How you gonna put 28 people up in the game and then start throwing people out
saw.
in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah. Well, at least they go to jury. You know, they good with that. So
hmm
they go
But
to
that's
jury.
another reason too why the boyfriend was mad when I looked at that Instagram last week because he was saying that they anniversary. I guess they anniversary is like this weekend or something. It's coming up, and he feel like it's messed up that she's stuck in the jury house for their anniversary. So he wanted to at least send her some roses to the jury house. And
Okay.
I think the production wasn't trying to let him do it. And so that's what had pissed him off. It's a few different things. But okay. But we'll go ahead and stick with your notes. But oh yeah, about the exit interview for Rachel. I found this one little thing that was talking about her exit interview. and which it seemed like she was saying, even though she had told Keanu and she told Ava that she had final twos with them, she said that her dream final two would have actually been her and Ashley. But I think
Right.
that's hindsight. I don't believe that Ashley was her final two initially until she saw how Ashley really, really had empathy for her for being evicted. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where we
So
at now?
now we can go ahead and go to Thursday.
Thursday with Morgan. It comes on with Morgan. She hoping that Keanu don't win the BB blockbuster. That's how
Hmm.
it came on. Morgan, like, she don't want him to win. And then Will said if he win, Keno goes home. If Ashley win, Keno goes home. Keanu go home. So they baking
Hmm.
on at this point. They baking on who would win to get Keanu out because they know everybody want him out.
Right. And all I could think about is merely, 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 merely. Life is but a dream.
I'm about to hang up.
These two fools ain't won nothing all season. And they
That's why I
think
was.
that they gonna be able to beat Keanu. Like I could see if one of y'all had won something, but neither one of y'all have won a thing. So I already knew that Keanu had this up in the bag. I was like, for Will. Oh, and that's one thing too.
Your mic
For
go. Your mic going in and out.
Will to even think that he could beat Keanu, I don't know. Well, you probably didn't know. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you was going in and out for a second.
Okay. Sorry. I was looking at. I don't know why you
Mhm.
can't hear me.
You keep going in and out.
I don't see why I still got my
There you go.
I got my headset still plugged in.
It's the Wi-Fi. You on Wi-Fi or you on internet?
Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Ethernet. Do they still have that in 2025?
Yeah, I actually got that hooked up to my PS5, so I don't get knocked out.
Oh
And I
my
got it.
god.
And I got it on my desktop.
Okay. Let me move the picture. Maybe because I'll be able to see if my bubble is moving. Let me see
Yeah,
if
there
my
you go.
bubble moving. Okay. So what I was saying was dang, and actually I done lost my train of thought.
We
What
was
was
basically talking about Will and Ashley, how they gonna talk about basically winning to get Keanu out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had already knew that Keanu had it in the bag and that they were not going to be able to beat him to get him out of the house or even out of the competition. Hmm. It
Yeah.
was some other point that I was about to make though, but I can't now I can't even remember what it was because you couldn't hear me. Dang. It hopefully it'll come back to me though.
All right. Let's see where I'm at. Vince talking about after what Keanu did to him, he'd be happy to see him on the block. So Vince he's still mad because of what Keanu did previously by putting him on the block. So he'd be happy if he'd be on the block. That's that tick for tat thing, but I understand it's a game. So I had that note, and then I had Morgan upset. She's still upset. She's just being upset because of what Vince, did picking Lauren over her.
Mhm. I truly don't blame Morgan though. I
Yeah.
don't. That's another reason why I be against those showmances
Hmm.
because this is how you can feel used and abused. I think Morgan walking around there feeling like a $2 hoe. Morgan over there feeling like a 2 night stand. Like like let's be honest, let's keep it all the way real. And that, my friends, is the trouble with having a showmance in Big Brother because you can put out and do all this lovey-dovey mess and they'll still pick somebody over you
Yeah, they will.
on national TV.
Yeah, which is crazy because that's like, all right. So, do you believe? Because I said it was fake. I'm claiming fake. But do
Hmm.
you think Lauren was really crying, talking to Keanu when Keanu, about her putting him on the block?
No, no. I don't think she really meant those tears. I mean, I think that she liked Keanu as a person, but she really didn't care too much because again, Ava was an option.
Right. Because I
Ava was
know.
truly an option.
But I was like, damn. And he told her straight in her face. He said, if I win HOH, you're definitely going on the block, basically. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely going on the block after what you just did.
Mhm.
And then we go back to the beginning when the show first started. Let's go back. Let's rewind the tape.
Mhm.
All right. Remember what Keanu said? He said, I'm gonna get every last one of y'all out this house.
Mhm. One by one by one.
Right. Remember that?
Mhm.
Now, he didn't say he was going to physically get him out. He didn't say he was going to get him out by himself. But look at all the people that got out the house since he said that.
Well, no, but to me he has got them out one by one because he been saving himself. He been saving himself. So anytime he save himself, then somebody else gotta go. It ain't gonna be him. And
Right.
so,
But so how many people he done got? How many people done went home? How many? Out of what? How
mm,
many people was in the house? About 12, 30, 40, 50, 16 people.
yep,
And how many people left? And he's still there.
yeah, he's still there. Hmm.
He told them. And I
Not
wonder
only
though,
that,
I wonder
go
if
ahead.
the ones that went home actually said he did say he was gonna get us out. He did say he was gonna get us out.
I think the ones that went home, I don't think they probably thought about it. But the one thing that I can say about Keanu that happened this week is that now Keanu finally believed that fat meat is greasy. Now, as long as Rachel was up in the house telling him that them people don't really like him, that Vince really ain't on his side, that them ones are really against him and all this kind of stuff. Remember, he didn't believe Rachel. Now that Rachel had got put out and he really see, now he see how they really feel about him. And he realized that Rachel was right. But I'm like, ain't it something that she had to go for you to realize that these people that you thought was your friends and your allies in this game really wasn't? And he realized that once he got thrown up on that block. He was even trying to convince Vince to make Lauren put Vince up as the replacement nom and not him.
Right, right. That's just this season been unreal. Hey, you want to
Hmm.
go to the chat? People talking in the chat. Let's see what Murray's saying.
Oh, Mary said, uh, I'm rooting for Ashley. She is playing the social game really well. Morgan is on the ground doing the pick me, choose me, love me. And then Mary said the season ends in 2 weeks and we had to eliminate 4 more people. See, I knew it. Yeah, 2 weeks left to go. So that's why they just throwing people out of there like left and right. But I wish that Keanu would have really understood where his place was before.
Hmm.
Because might make me think back to last week. Um, Keanu saved Lauren. Remember, Keanu was HOH and saved Lauren,
Yeah, he did. He
only
told
for
her to,
Lauren to put his rump on that block as the replacement.
right. That's when he knew he. Okay, I'm back.
Uh-huh. That's when he knew. But so yeah, I don't believe that Ashley or Will. Oh, I know what I was gonna tell you about Will. It finally came back to me.
Uh-uh.
You so in the BB Comics competition, that veto competition for the BB Comics,
Yeah.
Will ended up messing up his knee.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if he sprang it or he hurt it because they hold on to the thing and be swinging and then they fall on the ground trying to see the comics and all that.
Right.
Will old ass fell
So,
down and hurt his knee. So that's another reason too why just the fact that he was like him or Ashley got to beat Keanu. That's what I
hmm
was gonna say. There was no way because Will hurt himself in that veto competition. If you
dang.
notice during the BB blockbuster, Will had this thing on his knee, the white
Yeah. The
that's
bandage. That
that's because he messed up his knee.
I saw that. I didn't know when. I was like, he taking that off his knee. What happened?
He
I saw
fell
that
and
when he
hurt
was sitting.
himself during the
When he,
veto competition.
yeah, when he was sitting down on the block, he was unwrapping his knee. I'm like, when did that happen? When did
Yep.
he put that on?
What Lisa say?
I don't know what you said. What you say, babe?
Well, because he won now.
He said. She said it ain't because he won something.
like
Oh,
like how you gonna have a battle wound and you still didn't win anything? But with that being said, for that BB blockbuster, I already knew Will ain't have a chance.
talking
When
about,
I saw that
talking about.
competition and how they have to jump through it and untangle that thing, I'm like,
Hold on,
oh, Will ain't
hold
about to
on.
win.
Talk about. We're gonna go home. He gonna be like, yeah, I was running and I did this and I almost won, but I sprained my knee, so I couldn't win no more. I couldn't go for. That's what that Will gonna be saying. That's messed up. So here we go with Ashley talking to Keanu to keep her if he wins blockbusters because he
Mhm,
said if he keep Will gonna win. He can't beat Will because Will been floating. So
mhm,
that's what Ashley was talking to him. And then Keanu, you remember he was like, oh, that does make sense. He was agreeing with her.
mhm.
So
Yeah, Will is close to everybody, and it seems like the entire house said that nobody wanted to be in the final two chairs with Will because Will will beat anybody that he sat next to in the final two
hmm
chairs, which I kind of disagree. Unless the people going to be bitter. If
hmm
they're going to be bitter jurors, then maybe. But for the most part, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. But one thing that I will say is once that BB blockbuster started with all of that information and Will being injured, essentially the blockbuster was Ashley versus Keanu. At first, I thought that Ashley might have had a chance.
I
Might
don't know.
have, because that competition, the last time I saw that competition, I think it was like last season. And it was somebody that was small in stature and limber that ended up winning it the last time they had it. But I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who ended up winning.
Hmm.
Rubina. It was Rubina that won it last season.
Okay.
Cause remember, Rubina was small and petite and everything, so it was easy for her to like move and go under these things and unwrap the rope and all this. And Rubina ended up saving herself. That's who it was.
Okay. Wes said I was rooting for Will, but he wasn't gonna win against that. Hold up, read that.
I was rooting for Will, but he wouldn't gonna win against in that game Keanu if he was 100% healthy. Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, he's saying Will would have lost even if he didn't have the hurt knee.
Okay.
Nah, that one right there was it required too much movement, jumping, bending, crawling, all of these things that and he over there with a damn band-aid on his knee. Like, no way.
that I was like, damn it. But hold up. When they but what no, I ain't gonna lie, but him and Ashley was looking confused though.
Hmm.
Which way do we go? Should I go that way?
was looking confused. Why? Because they've been sitting down floating the whole entire game. I ain't even been trying to be strategic. Meanwhile, looking at Keanu looked like a whole Superman, Incredible Hulk. And that was one of the things too that I thought that Ashley might have had a chance because Keanu is a big dude.
Yeah,
Keanu got to be about 250,
but you
maybe
know,
260,
but
275. He big.
yeah, but on that game, he was moving kind of. That was the fastest competition he ever done. He moved
I know.
fast.
I was shocked at how fast he was moving with him being so big. Because a
Mhm.
lot of the times that particular competition ain't the best competition for a big person because you're crawling and you're moving. But yeah, he was super fast with it.
Yeah, that was the
And he was
fastest I
like,
ever seen move.
over everything like a jungle gym. And that's really what made me see that Keanu ass is really in some real tip top shape. He in some shape because for him to be able to move his body weight quickly like that in all those positions in order to get it unraveled. And the crazy part is, I think he was just playing on them because if you notice, he was just moving and moving, and you look at them two on either side of him, and he's going so slow, and he was
They
just
was
running circles around him to the point to where he was able to have so much of the rope untangled, but he could have had been ran and ended it, but he was like, "Well, they ain't about to do it, so let me keep
they
on getting
they was
slow."
looking all lost. They was looking lost. They
And
know
then
which direction.
And how about Will getting a little bit of the rope and he think that's enough for him to go with the key? So he go try to run over there to go take the key, and that rope stopped
Uh
before he
huh.
was even halfway there. I'm thinking to myself, Will, now you know that wasn't enough rope.
He would have been 10. He almost won. See, I told you he had to. He had to act like he wins. So when he go home, he got to explain. He got some self-explaining to do when he get home.
You know his wife is cussing him out.
Lisa said his wife at home cussing. Lisa said his wife home cussing him out. What is you doing?
You
Boy, you
can't
don't
do
get your
shit
ass
here.
home.
You can't do nothing there. Look at you that went on TV talking about
You.
Embarrassing us.
They gonna be like, Granddad, you know how to climb monkey bars and get that rope. What you doing?
They oh, so Mary said, Will and Ashley, please win something. Child, well, it dang sure wasn't the BB blockbuster.
EU is Rachel, John. It's Rachel.
Yeah. John, this was before they had brought Rachel in as the twist. So that picture would have been for Rachel. Um, but this is the pretty much the original cast board that they had before we knew that Rachel was the surprise twist.
Mary said, Will and Ashley, please win something. It's a little too late for Will.
But
Yeah.
so with with that competition, so Keanu win with so much time to spare and tons of rope left. He had enough rope that he could have ran past the little box with the key into the CBS audience and up the stairs. That's just how much rope he had.
He had a
He could have ran up there and sat right next to Julie with his rope. That's just how much rope he had.
he sure did. He had a lot of rope.
Mhm. So yeah, he won, and then now we got Will and Ashley on the block
Mhm.
together. Cue the waterworks. I really love this game. I've really been wanting to be here to play this game, and I really hope that you guys vote to keep me. I can't compete. I can't campaign against Will. I can't. I can't.
And I know I'm not gonna win nothing, so
Please, please find it in your heart to keep me. Which that's another thing too. Now, with Will. being evicted because Will, of course, got evicted. I think, but it was close. It was close.
Yeah, it was.
It was three
You
to
ain't heard
two.
me yet.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was 3-2, but
You
Will
heard me.
got evicted. And now we are left with two men, Vince and Keanu, the last two men standing.
Uh, yep. So, did you watch Friday BB Unlocked?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, they had the big moves or bad moves.
Okay, well let's let you run that down. Cause no, I want BB Unlocked to be on the Sunday episode like what they did that last time.
Yeah, that was good on a Sunday.
Yeah, but okay, what happened?
All right, let's go with BB Unlocked. They trying to figure out who voted to keep Mickey, and
Mhm.
nobody was telling. That's the first part they were talking about. You
Mhm.
remember that when they was trying to figure out who voted to keep Mickey? Nobody was saying.
What on BB Unlocked?
No, on BB Unlocked they were talking about the episode when Mickey got voted out, and then everybody was in the room trying to figure out who voted to keep Mickey. You know, it was
Okay.
only Vince was the only one, but nobody knew who did.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, I girl, I remember the Mickey vote, but that's so far away compared to what all just happened this last week.
Yeah, they were
I
talking
can't
about that.
remember who. Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but then they went to the big move and the bad move. Public
Mhm.
frenemies. Keanu talking about Rachel putting Ava on the block. Was that a good move or a bad move? I'm asking you.
Keanu put telling Rachel to put Ava up.
Hmm.
I think him telling Rachel to put Ava up on the block, that would have been a good move.
Okay, they were saying it was a split decision. They were
Mhm.
two said bad, and the other one said good move. All right, the next one, bad or good move. Ashley, the lawyer, came out when she was on the block. Was that a big move or a bad move?
That was a big move.
Yeah, everybody said it was a big move except Derek. Derek said it was a bad move.
Okay.
Big move or bad move? Ashley legally dumb.
Big move.
Everybody said big move. So then they went to that was that part, the big and the bad move. Then they went to Ava's family. Man, if you would have saw that, that was funny. That's a whole that you had to watch that. And then they was talking about Kelly doing her little witchcraft things, trying to find her soulmate and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Then they made it known about Will adult diapers.
So when the person was up in this chat last week saying that we'll be peeing on themselves, that person wasn't lying.
Right. He actually Will talked about wearing those. He said because he's at the age where he's older, he said, guys, take care of your health, women take care of your health because you get these little leakage and you do not want to be walking around smelling like pee. So basically he wears those because every now and then he might tinkle. Either by a laugh or cough or talking. He don't know when it happens, so he want to be secure. So yes, he wears adult diapers.
Man, the person came in the chat last week and was telling us about Will peeing. And I didn't know if the person was trolling us or not.
Yeah,
But
he talked
that
about it.
person,
We'll talk about it on the unlock.
oh wow. Okay. Hmm.
Hmm.
I might have to catch I'll see if Paramount Plus got the unlock so I can see. Cause I definitely want to see Ava's family. Oh my God.
So special guest on the unlock was Mickey. Mickey
Okay.
was Mickey was part of the unlock. Um, so she found out about the judge alliances.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about the melting pot. So she said she thinks Mickey said she's thinking Ava and Morgan gonna make it to the end. But she said she is blocking Morgan on IG. She don't have nothing in common with her. So you know where that came from.
Oh wow. But all the way to block Morgan?
Yep. She don't like Morgan after what
Okay.
Morgan did.
So you mean to tell me Vince's girlfriend blocking him on IG and Mickey trying to block Morgan?
Oh, she is blocking. She was serious. She walked. She said, "Oh, I'm blocking her. She ain't got nothing in common with me. I ain't got nothing to say to her. She ain't got to say shit to me." That's what Mickey was at.
Okay.
All right. So now we off for Mickey. I'm asking you. I'm just asking you the questions they did. What's the first thing you think about when they say Lauren?
Who is that?
Indecisive.
Lisa said, "Who was
Who
that?"
is that? I heard her say who is that?
She said, "They said, all right. The first thing I think about Lauren is she don't know. You see, the whole time it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, what you gonna do? I don't know. Everything is I don't know. I want to. I don't know.
Well, me and you kind of on the same wavelength with that. That's why I said indecisive.
that
Cause she
that
could never
child.
make up her mind.
Yeah, now you're gonna see it. Watch every time you look, she gonna say, I don't know. I don't know. And every time she kept saying it, they kept showing it every time, every episode she was saying. I'm like, damn, she did say that a lot. And I didn't pay attention to that part. I just paid attention to the part, when she had to make decisions or whatever, and then she'll say stuff about it. But I ain't never think to listen and say, oh, she did say I don't know. She said that shit again. I don't know. That's Lauren. I don't
Hmm.
know. So they talked about her not knowing nothing. So who do you think that the unlocked people think are going to be the house guests on top? Three people that's the house guests on top before. Well, Rachel was one before she got put out because they were talking about it.
Okay.
What's the other
So with
two?
everybody that they have left, I'm gonna say Keanu, Vince, and I think Lauren.
So theirs was Rachel, Morgan, and Ava.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Okay.
had those three.
I was thinking Morgan, but I guess I kind of had to change my mind just because I know. And speaking of Ava, one thing that I did want to say, and actually, before I even say this, let me go ahead and take the picture down real quick.
Uh
And let me go ahead and give you the solo layout.
oh. Okay. I see.
Why in the hell did Ava boo hoo 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 cry about Will walking out that door? Why in the hell Ava was crying her eyes out because Will got voted out when she don't realize that it's her fault? It's Ava's fault that Rachel got put out and that Will got put out because Ava picked Vince and Vince picked Rachel. Or excuse me, Ava picked Vince and Vince picked Lauren.
Lauren, yeah.
And that's how Lauren ended up being the HOH to put Will in danger. Whereas if Ava had went with what Rachel said and picked Rachel, Will would have most definitely been safe this week. And Rachel would have been safe. And Ava still don't realize the error in her strategy that the one choice that she made is what caused Rachel to go, and now her favorite person will. It's all her fault. Okay. Now let
Well,
me
she
bring
probably
this down.
see that once she get home and rewatch this, or let somebody telling her, what her fault was. But I guess you don't see it when you inside that house for some reason because it looked like all of them be dumb. You know,
Don't
to
all be
me,
dumb.
they all be dumb, don't know nothing. It's like, come on, you don't see what you're doing. But I guess because you're in the house, you don't. You know.
But nah, but I nah. Ava was just trying to be vindictive just because she didn't like the fact that Rachel touched her arm. That's all it was. And I'm like, to be so petty. But then Ava crying saying, he was my favorite person in the house. I don't know how I can stay in this house without him. Well, you should have thought about that before you went against the people who was aligned with him.
Right. It's like they didn't have no, like, I'm sure you had time to think. Let me see if I do
They
that.
had
This
10 minutes in between, remember?
But you know what? In the 10 minutes they had, 10 minutes is not long when you in the house with a bunch of people running after you. So she seemed like she didn't have time to think on her own because everybody kept running up on her. Look, do this. If you do this. But like you said, she should have went along with Rachel. But I guess, like you said, by Rachel pulling her at the arm and all that other commotion that went on first, you know. So
Yeah,
she
she
has
was able to use that as an excuse. But that
right.
was one of the things when Ava did all that crying. Oh, I got pissed off even more. Because I'm like, you mean to tell me you crying behind Will when you know damn well Vince would not save Will? Lauren would not save Will. Why would you even pick either one of them for the thing?
Right. Let me back up on something too, because I want to know, was you did you notice this part also? You remember the part when when Morgan was outside because she ignored Vince? Let's
Mm-hmm.
go back there. You remember that part? And then he
Mm-hmm.
go when somebody, I don't know who told Vince that Morgan's crying and upset, and he ran outside to talk to her while she
Mm-hmm.
was on the hammock.
Mm-hmm.
So he then leans over to her, talking about, what's wrong? Did he do something? Was it me? Was it somebody else? And then he was real close to it. Didn't look like he wanted to kiss her.
Yeah, I think Vince was trying to get in close with her because he know that he in the doghouse. He know he in the doghouse with her, and he know he in hot water with her for choosing Lauren first.
I was like, he got kind of close up on her. What's going on here? We already know the other situation, but you're
Well,
right
but I
on.
told you they been taking showers together,
Mm, mm,
so
mm.
I'm sure they probably done kissed already.
Ooh,
I
I can't
mean,
wait.
don't you kiss somebody before you take a shower with them? Or do you take showers with people that you ain't never kissed before?
Yeah, I was about to
Nine
say something
times out of
crazy, but I'm
ten,
gonna
when
leave
they
that
be
alone.
9 times out of 10, when they be under them covers, I'm sure they done kissed before, and that's another reason why Vince's girlfriend done dumped them on social media.
I need you to find that clip. You need to find those clips. I need to see those clips
Clips of what?
of them. Cause see, I didn't see the live stream. Can you go back on the live?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you can, but it's a lot of footage because they film 24/7.
Okay.
But you can go back, but I've not come across any clip of them kiss. Oh wait, I think about them being in the shower together.
Yeah, all of that.
I think I know how to find that. Hold on, let me see real
Because I
quick.
would play that. I would do another stream. We need to do another stream showing certain things.
Yeah, them being up in the shower together. I think that was I know I came across a picture, not no clip, but I came across a picture on a website that I be looking at where it was showing them always going in the shower together, flirting and stuff. Not to mention when Vince be HOH. When you the HOH, you got your own private bathroom. You know that, right?
Right.
You know the
Yeah. Because
HOH
remember.
got their own private bathroom with the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Because
Ashley used it before.
and actually, Will was hiding in there before. Remember,
Hmm.
Will was hiding
Yep.
in the
So
bathroom.
with that being said, when Vince be HOH, especially this last HOH that he had, Morgan was all up in that room with him. And I'm sure the girlfriend saw it.
That is
You see what I'm
crazy.
saying? Seeing everything he
Well,
doing.
but you know what? Like I said last week, Will, he still live at his mama house. He don't live. He ain't got no bills, so he ain't really worried.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He ain't worried. He got his own. He ain't like he living with
Oh, you
her.
talk about Vince.
I mean Vince. Vince at his mama house, and he ain't got no worries. So the girlfriend dump him. He ain't got to get put out and get all this shit and leave. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
You said Will. I'm about to say Will stay with his mama too.
no, not
God
Will. I
damn.
bet Vince. I keep getting them mixed up. I did that last week.
I'm about to say Will only has with his mama.
Will
God
better not
damn.
dealing with
You
his
did
mama.
do that last week,
My bad.
and he got all them grandkids.
I
He
say
got a
that
lot of
Will
grandkids. Grandkids gonna be like, Pop, Pop, what was you doing?
need a vacation from y'all.
What was you doing, Pop, Pop?
Well, and I think what had shocked me is, if I'm not mistaken, when Lauren was saying goodbye to Will, I think Lauren tried to call him Pop Pop. No, it wasn't Lauren. It was Kelly, girl. Kelly called
Ooh,
him Pop Pop when they was hugging him before he walked out the door.
oh
Kelly
yeah,
was crying and was like, Pop Pop. And I'm thinking to myself, you like Will too?
that's
I didn't know
crazy.
she even like Will.
I don't think they want to play with Will because the chocolate drop ain't gonna go for that. Chocolate drop
not,
gonna get him. See,
not the chocolate drop.
there's a difference between chocolate drop and what's Vince girl.
Oh, Vince's girlfriend named Kelsey.
Kelsey might be a little different. Chocolate drop coming with ammunition.
Mhm. Yeah. See Kelsey right here. She was smiling. They were so in love.
That's crazy.
7 years. How do you throw away your 7 year relationship behind Morgan only to choose Lauren before her? like, like what? But
Right.
I'm thinking that he probably, I think in hindsight, I think Lauren has always been his first choice over Morgan,
Mhm.
but Lauren wasn't giving him the time of day. That's what I think. That's what I think. But yeah, y'all, well, this whole week was a disaster. Ava lost two of her closest allies in the game, and it was all her fault. What say you, DC?
I'm just like she messed up. She just messed up.
So now Ava is up in there with Vince, Kelly, Lauren, and them three don't really. I don't think they care for Ava like that at all. That's how I feel. So at this point, y'all, we just gonna have to see what's gonna happen. I can tell y'all that time does heal all wounds because I was very, very emotional. I didn't cry, but I was just so
Come on, you
disappointed.
you can tell the truth. You don't
No,
gotta
I
lie.
really didn't. No, if anything, I was disappointed in Big Brother. Not necessarily that Rachel left, but just disappointed in production. Like, because it never fails. It seemed like when we finally get a pretty entertaining and decent season, they always do something to fuck it up.
Hmm.
Always. I done seen them do crazy ass twists like this before in the past that'll mess up a good episode. And if we're gonna be honest, even the fans online have been saying, DC, that the live feeds have been extremely boring. Some people have actually canceled their live feeds where they say that they don't cancel it and they want a refund. They don't even want to be charged no more for it because now the house is boring because Rachel kept everything spicy and she had everybody strategizing and stuff like that. But once she got out the house, really the only entertaining person that's left up in there is Keanu.
Hmm.
Keanu is the only person that's, you know, doing whatever, trying to get everybody.
He is. He getting
He is.
everybody out of there. You don't see it? Everybody's leaving.
And specifically, he been trying to get everybody out because Rachel left. Cause he said, I didn't want to be I wanted to beat you. I wanted to beat you. He mad. So yeah. Well, either way, y'all, do you have any final words, DC?
We gotta put up our prediction for next week. Come on now.
Ah, I don't even care. Let me go with this one.
Poor Rachel.
I know. I don't even care who it's for next week, but let me bring up the thing
Yeah, I
anyway.
need to see. Let me see who we going. I'm gonna predict who gonna
I
win.
got this one but you said this one looked blurry to you. Didn't you say
It's,
this was blurry?
it's all right. I know who. I can see who it is.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let me see who gonna win.
Now you got to remember, Will is out of it. This is
I know.
yeah.
It's only. It's just only those. It's only what, two, four, six people, seven,
Mm,
7 people.
7 people. Yep.
So I say, who? Ashley gonna win this one.
Oh.
I'm
And
giving.
actually, let me get my note because I gotta be typing. Girl, I'd have sat down in Indian style, wasn't even about to type no note, girl. That's just how about over it I am. But let me go ahead and type the notes. The show must go on. Hold on, let me put so for the week 10 prediction, week 10 predictions, HOH, and the three nominees. I don't even see how they gonna keep doing the three nominees now because they running out of people. Okay, so DC said you said Ashley for the HOH.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna give her. I'm gonna give her credit this go around. She might win.
and who she
Who you
nominating?
thinking?
Oh, so for me, let me look at
She
the
gonna
thing one
nom.
more time. Wait,
All right.
let me see. So for me,
Uh-oh.
I'm going. So Vince, no, I'm gonna say Keanu.
All right.
Keanu. I mean, he gon' let me put JDunn. Keanu. I think this my first time ever predicting him for the HOH. Okay, so I'm saying Keanu for HOH specifically because if he gonna beat them all one by one by one by one, like what he said, he got to go ahead and get this HOH. Otherwise, he gonna be up on that block again.
Yeah.
So okay, and so who I think. Oh, go ahead and you can say who you think Ashley is gonna put up if she got it.
She gonna put Vince, Morgan, and Lauren.
All right, so let me put Vince, Morgan, and Lauren. All right, so for Keanu, I'm thinking Keanu would put up definitely Vince. Oh, most definitely Lauren and Kelly. Wait, nah, because hold on. Vince, Lauren, because I think he close to Kelly all of a sudden. I might have to go with the same ones that you just said, but Keanu putting them up
Okay.
because I didn't realize how close Keanu and Kelly were until this past elimination thing
Hmm.
because Keanu act like he was wanting to save Kelly. And I'm like, why you even care about her? But
Right.
he really think that they have something, which I'm like, I'll be so glad when Kelly is gone. Oh, and one thing you need to know about Ava too, what I have found out, she
Hmm.
be farting all over the house.
Oh
You
no.
know how you know yeah, you know how they were saying that how she said that Rachel had assaulted her.
Hmm.
Well that they said that she be assaulting the house guests all the time because she be she just be farting wherever. So while she talk about she got assaulted by somebody touching her, but she stay farting everywhere. Hey, Yvonne,
Oh,
a member.
what's up, Yvonne?
Yeah, they even had said that she make jokes about farting underneath her covers and then lifting it to smell underneath there.
Wow.
But look at her. She could be one of them weird ass quirky people. I mean, look at her. It's no wonder that she even wear deodorant.
See, I'm gonna just sit right here.
Hold on, let me go. Let me put this picture down so that we can see you. Cause you know she one of them hippies, child. She like a hippie that probably don't wear deodorant and don't shave.
I'm hanging up.
But yeah. But okay, so we put our predictions. So we got those in place. We get down to the wire. I'm hoping either Ashley or Keanu is gonna take it, and that is what it is. Okay, so what's your final word, DC?
My final word is keep on watching, and I can't wait till. Hold on, wait a minute. It's not playing tomorrow.
Oh,
It's not playing
wait,
tomorrow.
it's not playing tomorrow. But wait, DC, it's a double eviction coming up. We forgot about that one.
Yep, I
So
saw
with
that.
it being a double eviction, do we want to predict who gonna get the HOH in the double as well?
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there.
Okay. So let me go back over here. So you say Ashley for
Second eviction.
HOH originally, and then in the double, who you got for the HOH?
Oh, put the people back up. I hope not him. Let's
Oh,
see.
let me go get him.
Oh no, let's see. I
I
think
pressed the
this.
picture.
I think the second eviction on the HOH.
Just
It's
the
going.
HOH.
Oh, the HOH. I believe.
Yeah, only the HOH. I wouldn't say to try to pick the nominees because we don't even know who's going to be gone or not. So I would just
Let's
say
say
who you think got that second HOH.
I'm gonna go with Kelly
Kelly. Huh.
because she be winning stuff too. She just ain't won nothing lately.
For second HOH. All right. And so for me, I will say for that second HOH, I think I'm gonna go Morgan.
Oh,
If she don't get put out, I feel like she might be a contender for that HOH in the double eviction.
yeah, because one of them days is on for 2 hours.
I think
Um,
that's on. I feel like it's Wednesday.
yeah, I remember her
I think
saying
it
it, but
come
I
back
remember her
on
saying it.
Wednesday.
I just remember her saying it wasn't coming on Sunday. So
Hmm. I hope that Morgan can do something. I would love to put Ashley name down. I would love to, but I ain't trying to put my hopes up like that. I ain't
so
trying to play with my own emotions.
I can't remember. Morgan is close to who besides the
Morgan
Vincent?
Morgan is pretty close to Ashley because both of them really like Rachel. Like since Rachel been gone, I done noticed Ashley and Morgan being more close. Because I think Morgan is still trying to have the judges alliance, even though they lost two of the people. Because
Okay.
remember, the judges alliance was Vince, Morgan, Ashley, Will, and Rachel.
Hmm.
Well, even though Will and Rachel are gone, I think Ashley is still, I think Morgan is still trying to hold out hope for the judges alliance. And hopefully it could be her, Vince, and Ashley later on. Because she damn sure ain't close to Lauren because Lauren trying to take her man. And she don't like Kelly like talking about it either because Kelly is Kelly.
Yeah, because Morgan actually did say she did say if she gonna have to get no that somebody was telling her if she gonna have to get Lauren out. So
Yeah.
she so she
And
can have some peace.
I think she want Laura out now more than ever because Vince chose Lauren over her. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what she keep playing in her head, in my opinion, is if he chose Lauren over you in that competition, then when they get down to the final 2 or 3, guess who he gonna choose? Lauren over you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I believe that Morgan is hell bent on getting Lauren the hell up out of there by any means necessary. Otherwise, Vince gonna always choose Lauren first.
And he should see that. I mean, she should see that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why I think she is really close to Ashley now. And of course, still Vince because she's still holding out romantic hope for him. But specifically, she seemed to be really, really close with Ashley because both of them was trying to be ride or dies with Rachel. Well, yeah. Well, you gave your final word. Um, we'll be back next. We'll be back next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk more about this. Um, it's unfortunate Rachel had to go.
Would you like to sing a song for Rachel?
Sure. Oh, and DC, why in the hell I found out that Rachel is up in Birmingham, Alabama? I said
Wow.
I might have to go on over there to Birmingham. I need to be looking on social media to see when she gonna do an event, cause I damn sure go. I found out about her being in Birmingham because the husband was saying that they were having watch parties.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, for her while she been on the show. The husband said that they had this like restaurant or like bar space where they would do the watch parties for Big Brother. So
Hmm.
I was like, damn, Birmingham, you only 2.5 hours away. So I'm gonna have to be keeping on the lookout to see if I could drive over there and go to the watch party or go to a meetup or something like that. But what I want to say is that Rachel, you were cheated. It's really unfortunate. Sometimes life is not fair. You will always be the legend and the Big Brother queen that you came here and that you were supposed to be. You have haters in life, and that's okay. But you did your
Are
best,
you singing?
and you have to remember each and every time that you have a legacy and how they cheated you and underestimated you. Remember your sister, Alyssa. No,
That was a good speech.
Alyssa is laughing. Alyssa is laughing.
Oh damn.
But either way, y'all, Alyssa is laughing. It is what it is, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Let's hope that something interesting happens and that Keanu stay around to shake up this house. Y'all take care, be blessed, don't stress, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Bye.
Peace out.